We got some breaking news coming out of the city of Detroit, man. I tell you what, Brad Holmes really does take care of his own. I mean, if he drafts you, he's going to take care of you. If you play good, they pay good. And if he draft you, he gonna cash you. Don't trademark that. That is me. Don't steal it. Coming from Tom Pelissero, this time I waited on the numbers with David Montgomery. I didn't, and it came out right after I finished. Says, Alim the Dream McNeill and the Detroit Lions agreed to a 4-year extension. 4 new years of $97 million with $55 million guaranteed. Says big deal for a big man. So those of you who don't know, Alim McNeill was drafted in the 3rd round in Brad Holmes' first NFL draft as the Detroit Lions general manager. He was on the very last year of his deal. So before we get into his stats, let's look at his old numbers. Alim McNeill signed a 4-year, this is in 2021, a 4-year, $5.1 million contract with the Detroit Lions, including a $1 million signing bonus. In 2024, he will earn a base salary of $3 million and a bonus, a workout bonus of $25. And the rest is ancient history. And as you can see here, this year he was making what it said before. So he got 4 years of new money, which will put him on the Detroit Lions for the next 4 years, being 2025, 6, 7, and 8. Alim McNeill will be a Detroit Lion for the foreseeable future. I am not mad at this at all. 3rd round pick, 72nd overall, 6'2", 315 pounds, 24 years old. So here's the deal. Alim McNeill is going to hit, and that rhymed, I didn't even try to do that. He's going to hit his 2nd contract. He's hitting his 2nd contract now, right? So he's coming to the end. He is going to turn 25 during the offseason. So now you're going into new money, 25, 26, 27, 28. So he's going to be going into contract number 3. And if the dude continues to ball out, that's when he going to get real big money. So he's you talking about tip of the iceberg here. He ain't even cracked the big time yet. This is a really good deal, but imagine what's coming 4 years from now. This year already got 2.5 sacks. He got 2 in the game against the Dallas Cowboys, was going into only with a half sack before that game. Here is his stats with the Detroit Lions. Relatively healthy. First 2 years, played all 17 games, had 2 sacks in year 1, 1 sack in year 2, played 13 games in year 3. And out of those 13 games, got 5 sacks. I think if Alim McNeill goes all 17 games, he will get, in my opinion, 7 to 8 sacks. And this year already has the 5 games and 2.5 sacks thus far. Listen, I love this. I love this. And this tells me something else about future drafts with Brad Holmes. If he drafts you, you ball out, you're going to get paid. So that means that the edge rusher that I want is probably going to come in the draft. He's going to come in the draft. So that means that Brad Holmes cannot miss in the draft. We cannot miss. We've missed out on a lot of edge rushers, but this time we going to have to pick one up in the draft. We can't miss. But that means if he's good, if he's going to, no matter what round he's chosen in, if he's good and he balls out, he's going to be that guy. He's going to get extended. So I love listen, don't get me wrong, man. I love what Brad Holmes is doing. I love what he's doing. He's building through the draft. He takes care of his own. My one gripe is sometimes I'm not asking you to not follow the plan. I'm not asking you to go all that far outside the box. Sometimes you got to open up the box and stray just a little bit. One thing I'll say that I've been seeing on the internet is when it comes to the trade deadline and trading for players, the quote that I see is mortgaging the future. I think the better term is sell the farm. All right. Here's why I say that. For those of you who have bought a house or something like that, usually the term mortgage is associated with buying a house. If you buy a house and you have a mortgage, you are investing in something. Eventually, you will own that something that you mortgaged and invested, right? So when you say mortgage the future, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think the better term would be sell the farm or break the bank or something like that, right? But mortgaging the future, to me, is something that we've all done once or twice. And I don't think that's not necessarily a bad thing for the Detroit Lions. Selling the farm, however, that is a totally different thing. But man, breaking news, again, the Detroit Lions take care of Alim, the Dream, McNeil, and he remains on the team for the next 4 years. And you're talking about, and this dude was in a contract year. We talked about that. And that's another thing I see about the Detroit Lions. Dan Campbell talked about contract years and how we're not looking for those players. But we just so happen that we draft the players that ball out in their years. So I'll say this. We got a guy, man, that we're going to be talking about for a long time, and it's just making me emotional just thinking about it. Aiden Hutchinson would have been extended in the offseason, and I think he still does. To me, he's the only person that we have left to take care of immediately. We'll pick up Jamison Williams' 5th-year option, and we'll extend Aiden Hutchinson, even though he'll be injured. I promise you that happens in the offseason. There's no way we let a dude with 31.5 sacks going on Defensive Player of the Year, having a career year 2 years before his contract is over, including the 5th-year option. There's no way we don't extend him. So congratulations to Alim McNeill. Brad Holmes, listen, you're doing it right, man. I can't deny that. You're doing it right. And although y'all don't think I trust him, I do trust the process. I do trust Brad Holmes. I just want, sometimes, man, you got to be a little risky. But we'll see. We shall see. So congratulations to Alim McNeill, man. 4 new years, $55 million guaranteed, $97 million. Just remember, the guaranteed money is all you need to worry about. That's it. So he's got $55 million. The extra $38 million, that's really nothing. The $55 million is guaranteed. So that's essentially what his contract is. All right. When it's up and we have it in another video, we will definitely go over it. Don't forget about the green gridiron. It will be the pinned comment. Right now, the mini helmets are still not available, but you will be able to get your hands on the replica helmet as well. And check this out. If you're feeling frisky, if you got an extra couple dollars, they also are having this is what it looks like on the inside. Of course, you can't put it on. It's just for display. But if you're feeling like you can afford it, or you want to get a little nuts like Michael Keaton from Batman, then you can, the more you spend, the more you save. So if you spend 50, you save 5. If you spend 100, you save 10. If you spend 250, you save 40. If you spend 500, you save 100. If you spend 1,000, you save 250. Can't you tell I've been saying this for a long time? But consider getting you one. You could have one on the desk like I have, and I am planning to get another one. So congratulations to Alim McNeill. Make sure you check out the pinned comment for the link to Green Gridiron. And I am working on something that I'm going to talk to a couple people I know, designers and stuff like that, and try to work on something for my man's. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want nobody to steal it because we got some thieves on YouTube. So anyway. Take care of yourself and each other. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. I already said that. And as always, go Lions. Sometimes when you say things so many times, you don't even realize you're saying them.